here with Shaylee from Shaylee and Baby.
Hey.
And we are doing some fun collaborations today. So on my channel, we're gonna be talking about mom tips that we have. So I'm gonna be doing mom tips that I have for new moms, just top kind of things I've learned as a new mom, advice that I would give. And then Shaylee has 2 children, and so she's gonna be talking about the things that she has learned as a mom of 2. And then on her channel, you wanna explain what we're gonna do on your channel?
Yeah, on my channel, we're gonna talk about baby names that we love, but we're probably not going to be using.
Yes, which I'm really excited to share that one.
Yeah, me too.
So I have like a list on my phone of names that I've really loved.
I've been making names, like a list of names for like 6 years, like way before babies were even in the picture.
Yeah, I've been doing that since I was like 5 too.
Yeah.
And then it changed.
Away.
Yeah,
it always changes. That's for sure.
Thank goodness when I was 5 I chose some really weird names. Like usually after like Disney characters and stuff. But anyway, so that's gonna be on her channel. So make sure you go, I'll have that link down below. And so make sure you go watch that and subscribe to her while you're there. Okay, so.
There's so many things.
I know, I'm trying to think what's like a good one to like jump off with. I think something that I really, kind of advice that I gave myself that I really enjoyed was when you first have a baby, it's okay to hold off visitors. Especially since we adopted, we really wanted to just like grow that bond. And luckily our adoption agency actually required that we didn't have anybody hold the baby for the first 2 weeks.
Oh, I like that.
Because they wanted her to just like get to know who mom and dad were. And
Isn't that called like cocooning or something like that?
Something.
Like Angela from This Gathered Nest, she talks about it. Whenever she adopts, she just like, they like lock themselves into the house for a week or 2. I love that, that's a good idea. Yeah,
and I loved that we could do that. And I loved that we kind of had that excuse, like when friends and family wanted to come over, we're like, actually our adoption agency.
Blame the agency.
But that was something that I would have done anyway. Do you remember that TV show on TLC? It was like First 48 with a Newborn?
No.
They had this show on TLC, I miss it, but it was like the camera crew would come home, or like come home with the family from the hospital, and they would film the first 48 hours at home with a newborn.
That's interesting.
It was a really fun show. And I feel like every single one of them, like the mom would end up like locked in the room crying her eyes out because she was like, so like there were just too many visitors, too many in-laws, too many grandparents, too many friends, and she just like would always get overwhelmed. And so I would always think to myself like, probably not gonna do that when we have a baby. Like I think I'm the kind of person that would get overwhelmed.
I think especially if you're having trouble like nursing, because I feel like most moms have some kind of nursing issue or something where it's, you know, it's stressful and you have people coming over. Like for me, I couldn't even nurse my son unless I was like in the pitch black laying down. So just like, I'm not gonna like have everyone come over while I'm just like hanging out on the couch, you know what I mean?
On that show, that was a lot of the reason why they were upset, was like they were having a hard time nursing and then all these people are coming over and it was just like all too overwhelming. So for new moms, some people love the visitors. So if you're one of those, like welcome them. But if you're the kind of mom that just wants to just shut everybody out, don't feel guilty doing that. Yeah, it's healthy.
Kind of on that note, while you're kind of like preparing for the second baby to come, or your third or fourth or whatever, but if you've had 2, then you kind of already know how this goes. I know for me personally, I was really sad like the night before I had my son, because I had a scheduled C-section, so I knew I was gonna have him the next day. And so that last night with my daughter, just the 2 of us, I was like crying and I was like a hot mess. And I was just like, I am not gonna love my second baby as much as my first. And this is gonna be weird. Like I'll never have the same friendship that I had with my daughter. And it was just like—
That would be hard. That would be a really hard moment.
Well, and for you, because you only have one right now, so trying to think of it right now for you is probably—
and I've been there.
Yeah.
Like thinking about, oh, that's gonna be really hard.
Yeah, and so, I don't know, now it's just like, why was I freaking out over that? Like, why was that such a big deal, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, the night before was really hard. But you love them the same.
So how soon was that fear gone? Like how soon after you had the second?
Yeah, pretty much the second it's on.
Nice.
You know how it is, like, I mean, well, yours is a little different because you had an adoption, but I know, I saw your notes in your phone and you said the same thing. Once you see that baby, it's like, wow. You know, you just have that love for them that you never knew existed. Yeah. And it's like that every time, you know?
So when you have your second baby, like your heart grows again.
Yeah.
And it's just, you're able to just.
It's like you don't think it's possible because you love the first so much that you're like, I don't think there's any other room in there.
Yeah, that's where
I'm Then you have a second and it's just like, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Yeah, because like right now, like Joe and I talked about having a second, like adopting a second baby. And we think, but we love Harper so much. Like, how are we gonna love another baby as much as we love Harper? And so like, even though I've seen so many of my friends go from 1 to 2 and they're so worried during the pregnancy, like, am I gonna love the second baby? Are they gonna get along? How is my first baby gonna feel? Are they gonna feel neglected? And I'm always like, it worked itself out, like, don't worry. But then now here I am worrying about it.
I think it's like one of those like unexplained phenomenons we can't like explain. Like, you know what I mean?
You just
like,
have to go through it.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where I think it's totally normal.
Kind of a silly one that I wrote down was wearing your hair down is super annoying. I remember I always used to wear my hair down, like, I mean, I'm wearing it down right now, but most of the time it's in a ponytail. But before I had Harper, like, I would always wear my hair down, and all of my mom friends were like, how can you do that? It's so annoying. I have to wear my hair up. And I'm like, I don't understand how wearing your hair down is annoying. Like, to me, I just don't even think about it. As soon as I became a mom.
Well, yeah, in the beginning, they're not in the pulley stage either.
Yeah.
All of a sudden they start yanking.
Like, it just like gets everywhere. Like when I'm trying to change a diaper, like I just feel like I'm always like moving it out of the way, and it's like getting it because I'm like bending down all the time, and it just like falls in my face.
Yeah.
And I was like, they were right. They were right. My hair went straight into a ponytail when I became a mom, and it only comes out like 10% of the time.
I like never put my hair up in a ponytail, but I'm always like, oh, that would make my life a lot easier if I did.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like writing this down and I was like, I don't know that she would relate to this because you always have your hair down.
I just love having like longer hair, and I don't like ponytails generally because they give me like a headache because I have so much hair.
Me too.
So I never do it, but yeah, that would make my life so much easier because like Jude will rip out like chunks of my hair at a time, and it's so painful.
And she always gets like these ones, which are like, the most sensitive part of my head.
Totally.
So yeah, I'm gonna get the mom cut soon. I haven't cut my hair.
Bob. Are you gonna get like a bob?
No, I think like here.
Well, that's like a lob. It's a long bob.
Yeah.
My second tip relates to more of like your body image and body confidence, I guess you can say. I felt like after I had my daughter, it was not as hard to kind of like lose the weight and to just lose weight in general. And then after Jude, it's like taking so much longer, and he's 15 months old now. And I started like exercising and eating healthy around December, like the end of December. And it's like slowly coming off, but
you look good.
Well, thanks.
You look good.
It's definitely a process, and the sooner that you can love yourself for who you are and love your body for what it is, the more enjoyable motherhood will be.
Yeah.
Because
that makes sense.
If you're like looking at yourself every day like, I'm so gross, just have grace on yourself and like know that it takes time, and just love yourself where you are.
Yeah, I feel like when I'm not feeling good about my body, I get in such a funk. And I think as a new mom, don't put yourself through that. Like, you're already probably in a funk because you're tired and you have a newborn baby. And if this is your second, you have a toddler and a newborn baby, like, don't put that extra thing on your plate of allowing yourself to feel icky.
It took me a long time to get to a place where I could accept how my body had changed and how I had changed as a person. You know, you morph into something different.
Yeah, obviously with adoption, like I feel like I do though, because
you're still around those snacks.
With the adoption process, I was like stress eating. I gained 15 pounds during the making of Harper. But back when we first got married, I went through a ton of health changes and went from 120 pounds to 210 pounds in like less than 2 years, and I just like completely like ballooned up. And something that I did that I hate I hate that I did it, was I was gaining so much weight and I felt so icky about myself that I was like, I'm not gonna buy new clothes because I'm gonna lose weight. So I was wearing like sweats for like years.
Yes.
I'm not gonna put on makeup because I hate the way that I look. I'm not gonna do my hair because I'm a slob anyway. And eventually I got to the place where I was like, you know what? I can't wait until I lose weight to feel good about myself. Yeah. I'm gonna put on makeup, I'm gonna do my hair, and I'm gonna go buy an outfit even though it's in a pant size that I hate. You don't have to go spend $1,000 on clothes that you don't want to buy that size in, but go buy some outfits. Like, feel pretty even though you don't, you know, you're struggling with your weight. So if you're a new mom and you've gained weight during your pregnancy, like, still do, I mean, if you don't wanna do your makeup, don't do your makeup. But if it's more of a matter of
makes you confident.
Yeah, do your makeup, do your hair, go buy an outfit. Allow yourself to feel pretty about yourself even though you're not at the weight you wanna be.
Yeah, I talk about that a lot on my channel because I do like a lot of body positivity videos. And I feel like as soon as I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna wait till I'm like 10 pounds later. That's really stupid. Like, I'm just gonna go get pants right now that fit, you know, and I'm just gonna do that. That's when I really started gaining confidence again because I was like, you can rock your body no matter what size you are. You don't have to wait until you're a certain weight, so.
Yeah, and I feel like when I did that, it motivated me more to lose weight. And I feel like I was finally able to be successful at losing weight when I embraced myself for who I was because I started to feel more confident that I wanted to continue to feel more confident. So.
Totally.
So we're both gonna kind of share our last like final big tips, except that I have two final, one's a mini one and one's a big one. So the mini one is that you 100% don't need all of the gadgets. Like, number one, you don't need all of the gadgets. Number two, if you need something after the baby comes, stores exist.
Yeah.
Like, for some reason, when we were getting ready for Harper, like I remember there were two things on my list. I needed a bottle warmer and a changing pad. And I was like so stressed out that those were like the last two things that I needed to get and that I didn't have them. And for some reason in my mind, I just thought, if I don't get them before she comes, like, I will never be able to go to the store and get it. Like, stores don't exist anymore. And it's like, no. Number one, order it on Amazon. Number two, send your husband. Number three, you can totally go to the store. Like, they exist. You don't need to stress. Like, if you haven't gotten everything on your list before the baby comes, like, I was gonna say, make sure you have diapers, but jack them from the hospital. Like, you don't need them.
Oh yeah, they give you so much free stuff at the hospital. They're just like, here, take all this stuff home.
If you're not breastfeeding, make sure you have formula. But the hospital sent us home with formula, even though we had formula. Car seat, you're gonna need a car seat. A place for the baby to sleep. A couple of clothes. A swing.
Body wash.
You can't even give the baby a bath for the first few days because you have to wait for their umbilical cord. So even if you don't have a baby bathtub and, you know, shampoo or whatever, run to the store. Like, it's totally fine. And then if you don't have money to get all the gadgets or you don't have space to get all the gadgets, like, you need a place for the baby to sleep, a swing, clothes, bottles, if you need them, diapers.
That's about it. They're not, babies are really easy.
They really are easy, and we make them complicated when we're getting ready for them.
I know, they're like, have you set up your registry yet? Gotta go to the store and scan everything.
Yeah. The third, or the last big tip that I have, it's a really cliche one because everybody tells you to just soak in that sweet little baby, but it is so true. They grow so fast. I wish that I could turn back time and go back to when Harper was a newborn. It flew by. So just don't stress the small stuff. Soak in that little baby, shut everything else out, listen to your mom gut, believe in yourself. Like, if the baby isn't sleeping unless it falls asleep in your arms, like, that's okay. I feel like as a new mom, you're like, what? The baby won't sleep on its own, it has to fall asleep in my arms. Like, you're not gonna have a 20-year-old that only falls asleep in your arms. Like, it's okay. Enjoy the fact that you have a baby that's falling asleep in your arms. Like,
exactly.
It is so sweet to have. It's such a sweet time.
And it's so small, you know.
And they smell so good.
I know.
And it's just such a
I like to hold other people's babies and just go like casually, you know. They don't know I'm sniffing their child right now.
It is such a sweet time in your life when you are becoming a mom and when you're bringing home a new little baby.
My last tip or advice is that there is no wrong or right way to do things. And I think you learn that more and more as you go through motherhood. And even now, I let sometimes the opinions of others affect how I feel about myself as a mom, because it's like really easy to do, especially when you're on YouTube and you get comments. But I mean, every little thing that you do, someone's gonna have an issue with it. There's always gonna be somebody that has something to say. And there really is just no right or wrong way. Like, that is best. Doesn't matter if it's formula or breast milk, you know? Co-sleeping, all the little things that I feel like start all these like wars and like make moms think they're like holier than thou. And it's just, it's really frustrating because you're trying so hard, just trying to keep your child alive sometimes. And just trying to like, you know, focus on your kid while also still taking care of yourself and getting a shower in or whatever. And then you have people's opinions from left and right, so. Yeah,
and I'm sure you learn that even more becoming a mom of 2. When you're going from 1 to 2, I'm sure that sometimes you learn that you have to parent your second one different than you're parenting your first one. And so then that's probably where you really learn that like, you just have to do what's best for your child. And so when other people are giving you advice or tips or don't do this or don't do that or you're doing this wrong, you're really learning like, yeah, I didn't do this with my first one, but this really works with my second one. And so I'm just doing what I feel is best as a mom. Go away. Peace out. When you have that baby in your arms for the first time and when you become a mother, whether it's with your first or your second or your third or your fourth, like that mom instinct kicks in. And you just know what that baby needs, when that baby needs it, and you know what's best for that baby. And so,
not right away usually. There's sometimes where like, I don't know what you want and I have no idea what to do. And I'm like,
that's normal.
I'm like, I need a you know, a manual that like tells me what to do.
And that's normal too. Like I'm sure every mother is like wondering if it's just them that, you know, is kind of confused. No,
no,
we're all a little confused. We're just rolling with it.
You're not alone, that's for sure. I'm so glad we got to film together.
Yeah, this was a fun.
We only have lived in the same state for, you know, this whole time.
I know.
And now you're leaving.
I know, now we're moving. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed those kind of just advice that we would have for new moms or moms going from 1 to 2. It's a fun adventure.
Iced coffee gets you through.
So yeah, so we're gonna go over to her channel next and do the baby names video, so make sure that you join us on over there. And thanks for being a part of this with me.
Thank you. It was so much fun.
All right, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.